That face that is usually covered by her phone has finally made an appearance. That face wouldn't be doing that if you weren't staying at a Verbo lake house. Your together awaits. Find it with Verbo.
24-inch double prime pre-stretched canvas, but you use whatever size.
Can confirm nobody could hear me. So I'll start again. Yeah. So welcome to my stream. Welcome to my channel, wherever you're watching this. This is the first time I've done anything like this, so obviously a little bit nervous. Doing it in VR, so obviously you can see the little window down in this corner or this corner, whichever it may be. Don't even know why I pointed then. That was kind of pointless. But yeah, you can see me hopefully, and you can also see what I'm doing. So this program's called Vermillion-VR. It's basically a Bob Ross simulator. It's fantastic. Gives you all the tools what you need to follow along with a little draw. Gives you all the tools you need to follow along with a Bob Ross follow along basically. And I've always wanted to give this a go, but obviously I'm a bit of an amateur. I can't afford all this expensive stuff. But this gives me everything what I need to follow along to a Bob Ross video, so fantastic. So that's what I'm going to do. This is the second time I've had a go. This is my picture from yesterday. This is my first time having a go at following along, and I impressed myself to be honest, but it's not great obviously. But I watched a Bob Ross video documentary a few weeks back, and I remember in that documentary, he someone said that he paints every picture 3 times. So I thought that was quite interesting. So what I'm going to do is follow this documentary, this follow along once. I've got it set up to go again. I'm going to start again, basically. So I'm just going to have a little look and see how I did it. In his tutorial, this land area kind of followed on down this direction, and I got a little bit lazy. And obviously, he's really quick. He finishes in like 25 minutes, but I need to go back and repeat myself over and over again. But yeah, I cheated and just went for a little bit more of a water, so it's like 2 islands rather than an island and a bit of land. Um, if any developers are watching, what would be really nice, I know we can do an overlay of like an image, but what would be great is if we could have another kind of like window just for like a final shot, because obviously when we get to the end of a video we can see what it looks like, but when we start I'm just following along and I don't know where I'm going. So it would be nice just to be able to have like a little photo maybe just pinned here, so I can see where I'm going to and I can follow along, but I know where to go from. Yeah. Anyway, so here we go. I'm gonna just create a new. I don't know how to create a new. Not that. Not that. Not that. That new pen in. Yes, I've got the old one saved. So, well, actually, let me just. Nope. I'm assuming that's that. Booking. Boop. Ta-da. Right. So where's old Bob? I know it started with a whitewash, so I suppose I can do that. How big am I doing it? I don't think I got the right size last time. I'm just gonna go. Actually, I should stick to a standard size, really. Because if I'm amazing, I might want to get it on my wall. I don't think I'm that good yet, but I'm gonna give it a go. Still, it's been strange. I'm not really like a talkative type, and I'm definitely not any kind of like streamer. But I know I'm talking to myself, and I know there's no one watching my channel. But so I might go back in the future, and when I'm famous and like got loads of followers and stuff, you might be the person to go back and watch my first video. I would like that to be straight. Be like, oh yeah, I went back and watched his first ever video and it was like rubbish. And he said someone's gonna be the first person to go back and watch it. And yeah, it was you, basically. So I'm totally new to this. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what that is. I know what that is. That's my palette. I assume it's a palette. I've got all these brushes. As I say, I've followed this along once before, and I know that it starts by just kind of like whitewashing. That's paint thinners. That's white. I've mixed some paint thinners, and I've mixed it in here, and I'm just whitewashing it. I'm not an artist in any shape or form. I truly art, but I'm really enjoying doing this, and I don't know. I imagine this is. If I've got anyone who's watching this video, tell me in the comments below. I assume this is what you do. This is what you do normally. Anyway, I've cheated. Got my Actually, look. What happens is I'll talk you through as I'm going. Right. This I don't know what this is. But I know you can put stuff on it, and it kind of like remembers it, and you can also like and wipe it, and that gets rid of it. You can clean your brush, whack the devil out of it, or whatever it says. And you've got your palette. At any time you can just reset your palette and just go again. So I'm just trying to like, don't know what I'm doing. Going for it. ready to make some happy little mistakes. This is my first stream, so if anyone's like expecting me to reply to messages and stuff, you've got no chance because I ain't even got a clue what I'm doing. I assume there's some kind of plugin what'll let me see chat or something, but I ain't got that at the moment, so be it. Right, Bob Ross, pop that down, reset that, done my whitewash, bit of carbon on lines. Pretty quick, I've painted that. I don't know what the copyright stuff are with these Bob Ross videos, maybe I shouldn't watch them for too long. I know we can't get them in the UK for some unknown reason. There's only so many videos what we can get, and luckily for me, this is one of them.
Hello, I'm Bob Ross, and I'd like to welcome you to the 29th Joy of Painting series. If this is your first time with us, allow me to extend a personal invitation for you to get your brushes and your paints and paint along with us each show. And if you've been with us before, please allow me to thank you for inviting us back for another series of painting shows.
I used this brush
We'll use about a
much
dozen
everything.
colors of some unorthodox brushes at each show.
He's using unorthodox brushes. I'm sure we'll get to each time. So you've got obviously your VR commands. The paddle's pretty much attached to your whichever hand you choose, and that's just that fixed. As I say, you can reset it. You can like go back one or something. I don't know, do something weird. Or you can just reset it fully. That's quite cool. You've got your water or your thinner or whatever it is. That allows you to thin stuff. Cleaning your brush. Wipe the chisel. Yeah, so on on this brush, you pull your grip, and you can actually change it. I didn't realise this until quite late on last time. So when you're doing like little bits of edge detail and stuff, you can obviously just kind of use the edge of it. Whereas it was just in this grip permanently, and I'm just daubing it on like a bloody painter and decorator. But anyway, where was we? Bob Ross. Got railback back. Anyway.
I'll show you how to put some of nature's masterpieces right here on the canvas. So I tell you what, let's get started. Today we'll have run all the colors across the screen right there that you need to paint along with us. While they're doing that, let me tell you what I've got going up here.
Got a blue, somewhat blue.
Today I'm using an 18 by 24 inch double prime pre-stretched canvas, but you use whatever size you'd like. And I've just covered the entire canvas with a very thin coat of liquid white. The liquid white is designed just to make the canvas wet and to make it slick. It allows us to actually blend color right here on the canvas. Makes your whole painting life a lot easier. So let's get started. I thought today we'd just do a very simple little scene that I hope you'll enjoy. Let's start with a little 2-inch brush and a touch of the alizarin crimson. And we just load a little bit right into the bristles. Pull a little paint out, tap the bristles firmly to assure a nice even distribution of paint all the way through the bristles. And let's go right up here. And we'll take this old brush and just making little X's, little crisscross strokes. We'll just very quickly drop in just a little warm part in the sky here. Maybe we'll have a little pink in the sky. I sort of like that. And in our world, we can do anything that we want to do here. Any old thing. There. Doesn't take too long when you're using a brush that's 2 inches wide. Okay, without even cleaning the brush, we'll go right into little phthalo blue. I like phthalo blue. It's a very warm blue. Very nice. Once again, just tap a little color into it, and let's go back up here. And still using our little crisscross strokes, X's. That's all they are, little X's. We'll just apply a little bit of the phthalo blue.
Can't do the X's yet.
Then we'll come back after we clean the brush and blend that together. Now the blue is many times stronger than this little pink area. It'll just eat it up, so be careful, be careful. All go away. If you want to make the indication of a happy little cloud, all you do is just sort of tap. A little stringy cloud just moves right there in the brush. And that easy. We'll blend him out, have a little stringer cloud. There. Let's see, while we have that on there, let's have some water in this painting. I love water, and it's very easy to paint in this style. Still water is always level. And I think today we'll have still water. So pull from the outside in. Outside in. Something about
Use
like
this use
so.
that more so I can
All right.
keep my colours consistent.
I'll have a little brush going. I want to darken the corners a little bit. I'm going to take a little Prussian blue and just add in the corners here and there. A little bit up there. And we'll go over to the other side and add a little more and then down to the bottom.
Because what I need to do is
We'll
blend
put
it a little
down
bit. You
here
see,
too.
it goes
I'm just
really
putting
quick.
a little.
I mean, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. But look how far it's got already. I mean, I ain't even done any blending or anything. So I'm going to do this, I think. And just going to try and blend it a little bit. Oh, crisscrosses. Let me see if I can hold this. A little bit better. Oops. I think. I mean, I like that. Nice. Try and get some up here. Oh.
I know, right?
Oh, Cortana just came on and said, I know, right? Cortana, stop listening.
I've got this for you on Stop Listening.
I'm assuming my stream is doing alright, so let's check. Cortana contributed to that. What are you, Cortana? Why are you in charge of my life? Stop listening. Sad reality that there's still no viewers, but it is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. Here we are. Enjoying myself, having a lovely old time, doing a bit of blending. There it is, a little bit of blending around here. Oops. Right, so happy little mistakes. You have got undo and you can go back a few steps. It's not a great deal of undo. Look at what he's doing. He's got. Right, that's the other thing. On your. Oops. On your. I think it's your B button, your right hand, the top button. You can press that and it goes into like a smooth mode. Yeah, B button. And it kind of makes your hand stabilize, kind of thing. Oh wow, that's actually quite useful. Yeah, look at this. A bit of hand stabilization. First sounds like, yeah, what's that? What's that useful for? Well, it's useful. Do I want to keep that there? I think I do. Little happy little cloud. Oh, what's that? Oh, right. That's not good, is it? Oh, well, let's get some more. See what it did then. That stabilization is definitely useful. Right, turn that off. A little bit of water. That's it. So yeah, there we go. I think I'm ready, Bob. I think I'm ready to continue. Let's just kind of like just a little bit. I don't want to have too much. Here we go. Oh yeah, fucking. Oh, out of my fringe. I do apologise if I swear. I'm an old man. My language isn't great. There always comes a point where have to decide when to stop. I noticed that my pink's lower. That's what I did last time. That's annoying. Yeah, I might try and just bring that up a little bit. White. Then brush. Try and like it's a little bit. Right, I'm gonna just get a little bit of white as well. I mean, it didn't. I don't think it told us to do this, but that's kind of. It might have told us to do this. Instead, I'm gonna add a little bit of white in here. Maybe he's got this bit where it kind of like. What about there? Comes down like that a little bit. Maybe. Me. Yeah, no. Oops. Reset. Happy little mistakes. Happy little mistakes. Right. Get rid of this. Oh, maybe if I use this a little bit. Bit of light. I don't know what I'm doing. As I say, I'm not an artist. Promise you. If anyone's there thinking, oh wow, this guy's done this before, this is the second time I've used this program. Bob Ross, I think I'm at the same stage roughly as you. I'm ready to continue. Let's go. Go.
Prussian blue in each corner to darken it. And then the most fun part of this whole technique is washing the brushes. Since these are oil paints, we're washing our brushes with odorless paint thinner. Shake off the excess and just beat the devil out of it. That's really
beat
the most
the devil
fun
out
part
of it.
Now with a clean brush, and it's relatively dry from just beating
Beat the devil out of it.
We'll start in the light area, which is the pink, and we'll blend it all together. Something about like so. That's all there is.
Kind of did all the blending anyway, so.
And down here, we'll just do the same thing.
I don't know, we'll get some.
There. But it's that easy. That's easy. What's so fantastic about this is that anybody.
The brush strokes are good. I think it'd be nice if
with just a little bit of
you
practice,
could kind of
a vision in your mind, and off you go.
get the brush strokes a little bit better. I mean,
that's working so well.
maybe if I put the.
Take a little white, a little bit of the blue. Grab a little more of the titanium white. I want to make a light blue color, mostly phthalo blue. And let's just tap a little color into the bristles. This old 2-inch brush will do marvelous things. Watch here, watch here, watch here.
Have little mistakes.
Fun. Just take the corner of the brush and just pull down. Something about like so. Straight down, straight down. I'll make it look like little distant trees live far back in the distance.
So what did you do there? Was it
Off you
blue?
go.
Okay.
All right, that's working so well. Take a little white, a little bit of the blue.
Bit of white.
Grab a little more of the titanium white. I want to make a light blue color, mostly phthalo blue. And let's just tap a little color into the bristles. This old 2-inch brush will do marvelous things. Watch here, watch here, watch here.
More blue.
It's fun. Just take the corner of the brush and just pull down. Something about like so. Straight down, straight down. I want to make it look like little distant trees live far back in the distance. A little more color, and we'll just have it. There you go. I don't know.
That's quite a nice little
Right there. In
Right.
your world, you create any illusion that you want.
Okay.
There. But I want to keep the bottom light so it looks like mist. You could even take.
I like what he did there. So he's gone down. Just using the edge. Did he use a lot of paint or not much? I tell you what, let's. I'm assuming this is like save. I'll save that colour for a little bit later. You know, get a little bit like that. Yeah, that's right, actually. Is he still using that brush? Yeah, he's helping it. This is where I'm going to remember I can change it. Whoa, we're trucking, come on. I don't know what I'm doing. Well, I'll do. Let me just have a little peek at things. See how they're liking. Nice. Can't see me on the screen, so that's the main thing. Me. Hello. This thing. You.
Easy. What's we don't seeing some color. Really all we do. I don't know. Right there. In your world, you create any illusion that you want. There. But I want to keep the bottom light so it looks like mist. You could even take another 2-inch brush, and I have several, and tap it. Really get in there and tap it, and then lift upward. It'll help create that illusion of mist right down at the bottom. And sometimes it's a lot of fun to put several layers. It helps create depth in your painting. And for that, we'll add a little more blue, but we make it a little darker. Add a little bit of Prussian blue to it, make it a little darker, but the same thing. And we'll come back, and let's put another little layer in here. Just touching and pulling downward. That's all we're doing. That's really all we're doing. Something about like that.
Touch and pull
There.
downward.
And we don't know where that goes. It doesn't matter at this point. And back to our other 2-inch brush, and we'll tap this. I want to create mist again. Notice the separation. It's caused because of the difference in color, difference in value. And that misty area turns out to be your very best friend. Take care of it. Treasure it. There. Okay. Let's have some more fun. Let's see. Let's take some black, some Prussian blue, and a little phthalo blue. It doesn't matter. We just throw it on there. Crimson too. What the heck? Be brave.
See where you
Be
are.
brave.
Bob Ross.
Tap this. I want to create mist again.
Yeah.
Notice the separation. It's
Okay. do earlier. Oops. Hey Bob Ross, what you gonna do? Doing well, do. What should we be? Yeah,
It's
Bob.
caused because of the difference in color, difference in value. And that misty area turns out to be your very best friend. Take care of it, treasure it. There. Okay,
Kind of
let's have
alright.
some more fun. Let's see, let's take some black, some Prussian blue, and a little
blue.
phthalo blue. It doesn't matter, we'll just throw it on there. Crimson too, what the heck. Be brave. Be brave. Oh, put a little sap green in there too. It's getting close enough we should begin seeing some color. A little bit of white. Don't want it totally dark yet. There. Perfect. Okay, let me wipe the old knife off. And let's get us fan brush. We'll use a fan brush. Load it full of color. Both sides. Both sides. Okay, let's go up in here. And maybe in our world there lives, does now, some little trees back in here. Now these are a little closer. You're seeing a little more detail, a little more distinct.
Okay.
There. And we just drop them in. We don't know where they go. Wherever you want them. That's exactly where they should live. Don't put too much detail in here. It's too far away. You're not going to see a lot of detail. You see detail when it's very close to you. When things are far away, you make out form, shape, basic color. That's all. Save your detail to the foreground. The lack of detail helps also create that illusion of distance and depth in your painting. It's very, very important. Very important. Okay. I'm going to tap a little of that. That'll help create that illusion of mist down there too. There, slightly upward. Lightly.
Wait a minute. So did a fair few, but didn't go too far. Now I noticed just while I'm doing this, having a little chin wag, keep the conversation going. Like, sorry if I stop talking. I need more people like to interact with on the stream, and I need to kind of work out how to do the like chat box. But anyway, as I'm doing this, there's this layer thing. So I don't know if maybe I should be switching to another layer every so often as I go, but I don't know. I'm new. Where was it? Not that. Not that. That. Oh, right, I'm still doing this. Fuck. Whoa, was that a flash then? Where am I in the room? Alright. We're alright, guys, we're alright. How far across are you going? Two. Oh, why not? Little taps. Tippity tap, tippity tap. Just tippity tap with your brush, little tippity tap. Tippity tap with your brush. Like that. Yeah. I mean, it said don't do too much detail, but I think by using varying shades, inevitably, oh, I've done more detail. So, tip tap, tap. There's an upwards thing as well, I think. Is that what I did? No, not convinced, but I like that. Yeah.
Just a little bit, see? Now then, you know, when I was a traditional painter, one of the hardest things to make effectively was reflections. Watch how easy. I'll take some of that same color. We'll take a 2-inch brush touch and pull down. Just pull straight down. It's most important that it goes straight down. Something like so. Straight down. Make those little noises. And very lightly go across. There. And instantly we have some nice reflections. That's simple. Now here's something that's fun. You can take a little, I just use a little white. If you want to create another plane in your painting, take a little white and lift upward. And it'll make little areas back here that looks like a whole different plane, and the white will end up looking like little trunks in those trees. There, that easy. Let's put a little water line. For that we'll use liquid white.
Just pause it. Oh. Sir Bob? Sir Bob? Oh, I like, yeah, I'm gonna just revisit this a little bit. Happy little mistakes. I like, obviously, he's done the reflections of the trees here, and he's got like the tree line going down and then up a little bit, and there is some additional shading, but there's much more variety in the trees. I've just kind of done them all at the same size, so I'm gonna amend my happy little mistakes. He's got it right. Okay, so. Two big trees. Green. Green in there. A bit late to be green like that. Little mistakes. I'm conscious that I'm at risk of spoiling this, like doing too much. So let me add some more black. Let me do more. You know what? That'll do for that. So this is a wipe, so you put right away and now you bought it, totally wipes it, but you can imagine that on your pen. Imagine if you just did a swipe like this. Got an undo. We're alright guys, we're alright, don't panic. Didn't mean to panic you like that. Right, so he gets his brush. Like this. You don't get, does he, I don't think he got a lot on it. He went down. I feel like I'm just smudging it. No, I am, but perfect. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted. Tap, tap. Side. I mean, realistically, right, let's think about this. Realistically, there's a few dark bits like that. Probably worthwhile following the pattern light, whatever. Like that, like that. Couple little mistakes. Right, now. The disperse. I'm happy with that. Looks shit, but not what I asked. I'm happy with it. I do know we do like a tidying up of this part now anyway. Right, let's carry on. I'm sorry, whoever lives in this little village here. Okay, so gets this in a minute. Right, let's have a reset of all this shizzle.
White. Pull it out very flat, flat as you can get it. Cut across, okay? Then we can go right up in here. And we can just drop in just a little water line. Just a happy little water line lives back in here somewhere. We don't know where it is. Don't know that we even care. Just let your imagination take you anywhere you want to go. A lot of times I start a painting and have nothing in mind but the time of day and the time of year. And from that, you can paint some fantastic little scenes. Don't worry about it. You don't always have to have a perfect vision in your mind of what it is you're going to paint. Imagination is, it's like any other muscle in your body, or like a muscle in your body. The more you practice, the better it becomes. Take some black Prussian blue. I'm going to put some phthalo green in there. I like phthalo green. Maybe a little crimson. There we go. All right, let me wipe off the knife. I just wiped the knife on a little paper towel.
I didn't see what
I would
colour
just
it
use
was
that
for
brush.
the. Oh, it was like
little fan brush. Load some color into it. Both sides of the brush. Both sides. Let's go up in here. Let's have a little evergreen tree. He lives right there. See? Just make a line, take the corner of the brush, make a touch. Make enough.
So you did like a purple there, so this. That's what we need. Because we need a bit more green mark if it's a tree then. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Oops. Bring this brown into it. Bit brown. Okay.
Another one. You just sort of work from the center out. There it goes. It's easier to do them fast than it is slow, though. Here they come. Just sort of back and forth. I had a lady in class one time told me it was like making Z's, the letter Z. She called them Z trees. So I guess that's as good of an analogy as any. From the center out. The center of the tree should be the thickest, darkest, strongest part of the tree. Because you have leaves on the back, you have a trunk in the middle, and you have leaves on this side. We'll have one more there. There we go.
Blue.
Have a little family of trees.
Too blue.
You know, if you've painted with me before, I think everybody should have a friend. Even a tree. Even a tree needs a friend. Now, if you want to reflect those, just pop in some general indications of where they are. No big deal. See? Because we don't make mistakes here. We have happy accidents. Very quickly, you learn to work with anything that happens. Take the big brush, pull down, straight down once again, and then go across. And we have instant reflections. I just use that same fan brush. It has that color we made the tree out of it. I go through cad yellow and a little yellow ochre. Immediately we have green. There we are. Let's go up in here. Then we can take that green. Let's go back and put some highlights on our little evergreen trees. There they go. All right, this little tree here. He's saying, don't leave me out. I need some too. There we are. There we are. There we are. All right. Now, we'll put a little liquid white right on that same brush.
Some more green over there to a little bit different, I suppose. Yeah, that's fine for now. And a bit of yellow in. One slightly light one. So the distinction between the three, and I'll do this one. Not a bit lighter at all, really. Right, so I didn't actually see what it did. He ain't bothered. I'm gonna be an artist, and I'm gonna. I know he got a bit of the same colour, and they kind of went like, "Watch me, went watch this," and it did something at the bottom like this. So, a dark bit of darkness, just not okay. it. Bloody, I'm gonna assume we just bring it be down over like that. Start off with clean this motherfucker. Excuse my French. Don't report me. Oh shit. Yeah, what is it? Because I never seem to do it. Oh, it's got that already. Ding dong. Oh, it is actual shit. Right, let's just equalize it a little bit. Yeah, right. Happy little mistakes. Right, so it does like... It's like... It's like this. This is what I'm... We haven't actually added any like highlight. No, it's a problem. Okay, so then we'll just kind of like mock this. So right, bit of this one. Shamalam, like this. Whatever. This one. I'm gonna use some of this and just like... Stupid. I don't think I did my reflections in my last one. I think I gave up in the end, but not doing it this time. Bloody hell, my reflections look better than my trees. I'm assuming we're going to smudge him or something to make them look more like reflections. That actually does look good though. Well, as I said at the beginning of the video, for those of you who've stuck around since the beginning, not that anyone would want to, Bob Ross does everything 3 times. This is the 2nd time I've done this painting. So you know what that means, guys, don't you? It means I am going to do it again. Some, like, randomness to this. I think but it's just a lot of randomness like this. Right. Okay, so I like what we've got here. I feel like we need to like maybe add some nice blue back into the water. Now, I'm not gonna go mental obviously because I don't really want to ruin everything what I've done. Like I need to pink in. Don't do it. Ay, 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 ay. Should maybe kept. Yep. Yep. Can't have the reflections looking better than the actual trick. That's ridiculous. What if I use this and this? Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, you know what? I kind of feel like it's kind of alright. I know it looks a bit janky at the minute, but I'm sure we'll add some nice detail in there in a minute. Okay. It's good, it's good, it's good. Right. Let's go, Bob. Oh no. Yeah.
We'll have one more there. There we go. I have a little family of trees. You know, if you've painted with me before, I think everybody should have a friend. Even a tree. Even a tree needs a friend. Now, if you want to reflect those, just pop in some general indications of where they are. No big deal. See? Because we don't make mistakes here. We have happy accidents. Very quickly, you learn to work with anything that happens. Take the big brush, pull down, straight down once again, and then go across. And we have instant reflections. I just use that same fan brush. It has that color we made the tree out of it. I go through cad yellow and a little yellow ochre. Immediately we have green. There we are. Let's go up in here. And we can take that green and let's go back and put some highlights on our little evergreen trees. There they go. All right, this little tree here.
Couple of mistakes.
He's saying, don't leave me out. I need some too. There we are. There we are. There we are. All right. Now, I'll put a little liquid white right on that same brush because I want to lighten the color and make it a little thinner. A thin paint, we'll stick to a thick paint. We mix them back up again. Let's go back up here. And we can just take this brush and let's just pop in the indication of some little bushes that live down here, right down in these little foots. Something about like that. How's that? That looks like a little island. Let's put some dirt there. Let's take some white, a little dark sienna, mix them together, cut off a little roll of paint. Let's go up in here. And we'll take this and we'll just put the indication here. A little bit of soil, some dirt, some kind. Gotta have a place if this is a little island for all this to sit on. All right. See there? All there is to it. Okay. All right, we gotta figure out something to do on the other side now. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. You know, if you've painted with me before, I like old big trees. Let's take a little bit of that color right there. Let's go right up in here. This is your bravery test. Take the corner of the old 2-inch brush, and let's just begin laying in a basic shape.
I'm not that brave yet. I'm not that brave yet, Master Bob.
All right, this little tree here. Listen, don't leave me out. I need some too.
Oops.
There we are. There we are. There we are. All right. Now, I'll put a little liquid white right on that same brush because I want to lighten the color and make it a little thinner. A thin paint, we'll stick to a thick paint. We mix them back up again. Let's go back up here. Now we can just take this brush and let's just pop in the indication of some little bushes that live down here, right down in these little foots. Something about like that. How's that? That looks like a little island. Let's put some dirt there. Let's take some white, a little dark sienna, mix them together, cut off a little roll of paint. Let's go up in here. And we'll take this, and we'll just put the indication here. A little bit of soil, some dirt, some kind. Gotta have a place if this is a little island for all this to sit on. All right. See there? All there is to it. Okay. All right, we gotta figure out something to do on the other side now. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. You know, if you've painted with me before, I like old big trees. Let's take a little bit of that color right there. Let's go right up in here. This is your bravery test. Take the corner of the old 2-inch brush, and let's just begin laying in a basic shape here. Tree that lives right there. Right there. Big old tree. But he's a nice tree. There he is. All right, while I got that brush going, tell you what, baby.
Stop. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. I've already fucking ruined that, haven't I? Yeah. Right. Right, Master Bob, I need to get a colour here, don't I? Let's see what colours you've got going on.
Bravery test. Take the corner of the old... Something about like that. How's that?
Shit.
That looks like a little island. Let's put some dirt there. Let's take some white, a little dark sienna, Mix them together, cut off a little roll of paint. Let's go up in here.
Yeah,
And
I
we'll
don't
take
like it.
this, and we'll just put the indication here. A little bit of soil, some dirt, some kind. Gotta have a place if this is a little island for all this to sit on. All right. See there? All there is to it. Okay. All right, we gotta figure out something to do on the other side now. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. You know, if you painted with me before, I like old big trees.
Right, okay,
Let's
like big
take a
old
little bit
big
of that
trees.
color right there. Let's go right up in here.
2-inch brush.
This is your bravery test. Take the
Oh right,
corner of the old
okay.
2-inch brush.
Sorry, I ain't really been talking about much while I've been going. So on some brushes, like this one for example, you can press your right trigger and change the shape. So obviously we've got that big one, we've also got this little one. I should have maybe been using this a little bit more, but what's done is done. He's doing something scary. Who's this one? This one got. So he's gone for like another like dark purpley kind of colour. So I'm gonna just mix these up, a bit of brown, crimson, brown, a bit of this. Got a lot of dark crimson, got a little bit of green in. Right. He's just like daubed it like that. Too much. If I do what? Okie dokie. Right, so it goes right down into the full thing. I think I'll be a bit better off just doing it with this bastard.
And let's just begin laying in a basic shape here. Tree lives right there. Right there. Big old tree. But he's a nice tree. There he is. All right, while I got that brush going, tell you what, maybe let's do something about like this. And we'll just tap in all kinds of little bushy looking areas. You have to decide what lives here, how far it goes, how tall is it, how short is it, fat, skinny, in between. It's your world. And in your world, you make all the decisions. All the decisions. There we are. See, we're just putting some dark in here, so later on, our light color will show. We'll just grab there's a fan brush right there. Take a little white, a little bit of the dark sienna. Just want to make the indication here, maybe a little tree trunk, maybe a little more dark sienna. That's nice. Right here. Just want some indications. I want to put some happy little leaves in there, so we're going to cover most of those up. Most of them won't show. We'll go right into that little sap green, a little bit of the yellow. We'll just put it right on this 2-inch brush. Give it a little push. Good shot there. You can see that well. Hey, let's go up in here. Now I want to put some leaves on here. Use just the corner of the brush. Just the corner of the brush. There we go. See? All there is to it. Just the corner. Think about shape and form. Drop these little rascals in wherever you want them. Wherever. You really are the creator on this piece of canvas. You can do anything. Rivers, mountains. Create any illusion that you
I don't know why it's kind of...
When I go home, the only power I have is over the garbage. I can take it to the street all by myself. But here, I can do anything. Absolutely anything. I decided on the bush right there. Tell you what. Let's get crazy. You know me. If you've painted with me before, I like big trees. And we have one living in our world. Right there. There he comes. We should have done this with a 2-inch brush. It'd been a lot faster. There we go. Just drop it in. Wherever you think it should be. All right. Boy, that's a big tree. I wasn't kidding. This is a monster tree. Huge tree. And you could have done it with a 2-inch brush just as easy, much quicker. I like the old thing. She gives you a little more detail. There we go with a smaller tree, because I think he needs a friend. There. Okay, let's drop it in. All we're doing once again is putting in the background color.
Use a bit of this. Right, darken it up a little bit. Sometimes I have to just focus how to like hold the brush. Want this one to be like slightly a little bit more. So yeah, cool. Well, if anyone is watching, or obviously watching it later on down the line, thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. I know I don't really say much. I suppose that'll come more if I do this kind of thing more often. But yeah, making happy little mistakes here. Doing a little bit of this program's called Vermillion. It's new VR program. So much fun. So much fun. It kind of goes more sideways, doesn't it? A little bit more. Yellow colour. Go for like more yellow. Dip, dip. Right, should be. bigger tree. It's not quite Bob Ross, but as my stream says, I ain't no Bob Ross. Kinda looked alright though, do you think? For a background one? Shit, hey ho. I'm gonna use a different brush. I'm gonna go for this one. I'm gonna put my default position. Who uses it like that? Artist, that's why I'm shit. I'm gonna do another. Need to do some more happy metal tree fans. More sideways. Can't wait to see some of, like, if anyone does see this video ever and like comments with like does that and like why the hell are you holding your paintbrush like that? And I'll say, I don't know. This makes sense. And I'm hoping things are still streaming. Obviously this is my first stream, so
You could put this in with a paint roller. It doesn't matter. As long as the shape was right. We'll come back and separate all of this with some nice highlights. Here's a little brown and
no
white.
way you can do that with this brush.
We're going to put the indication just here and there of a trunk. Just what you can see here and there. There. You don't see it all because you have leaves on this side. We can go back to our little fan brush. Go right through the cad yellow, yellow ochre. Load some color into it. Let's go back up in here. Let's put a highlight or two on here. Evergreens are normally darker than other trees, so don't kill all the dark area in your evergreen. It happens sometimes. It gets feeling good and you don't know when to stop. There.
That's exactly what I did earlier, Bob.
The base of the tree should be darker than the top. Big shadow areas underneath. In those shadow areas is where all my little friends live. In previous shows we've had, like Peapod the pocket squirrel, my little squirrel that lives with me. We've had him on the show. But this is the kind of places that he likes. Let's take a little bit of color. Let's use the 1-inch brush. We'll go through get some sap green and some yellow. Load a lot of color into the brush. More sap green. That's nice. All right, then we can go up here and we can begin picking out individual bushes, one at a time, one at a time. There's a happy little bush. He lives right there. You know he was there, didn't you? And he's got a little friend named Clyde. Lives right over here. There he is. You can give all these things names, personalities. Shoot, it's okay. I'm gonna take the little oval brush, dip it in some paint thinner. I'll go through some midnight black and some brown on one's. I want to load it full of color, like that. Then I'm gonna take, and with the other side, I got some light brown I made earlier. I'm just gonna go through, see, like that. Put a little black in it, make it a little dark. Ooh, that's nice. Now, with that, I just want to come up here and make the indication. You can't see them, too much of them. Some rocks that live up there. Just some happy little rocks. Maybe there's one there. Something wherever. Just some indications. Then we'll come back with our brush we were making the bushes with, and we'll settle those right down into the painting. There now, see? Now they become part of the painting. There we go. Like so. And we'll make all kinds of little bushes and trees and happy little things that live here in our world. All right. Okay. Shoot. We had such a place as that I'd have to go fishing there. I like to fish. But I'm not a very good fisherman. I catch a little fish and take the hook carefully out of his mouth and put a Band-Aid on him, a little CPR, and pat him on the tutu and put him back in the water and go back and catch him again another day. But we'd have to have a way to get up here if we was going to catch that fish. We'd take a little of the Van Dyke Brown and let's have us a little path. We had to walk all through these bushes. Mosquitoes would get us, so let's have us a little path that we can walk back in here and catch that big old trout or bass, whatever it is that lives in here. There, take a little bit of, let's find some white, little dark sienna, mix it together, make a little highlight color, just barely touching, barely, let it graze, that easy, about like so. Okay, there. Now then, let's put something on this side. You have something on the other side of the path. Now let's go on this side. Once again, I'm gonna take a 1-inch brush. Notice that it's straight down and I'm pulling it in one direction. It's most important. That loads a lot of paint, and see it rounds one edge. You wanna turn it, put that rounded edge to the top. It's most important. And then we take that, and we go right up in here. No pressure hardly, just enough to get the brush to touch the canvas. And we begin working on shape and form, and we create a bush or a tree that lives right there. That's all there is to it. And there's another one, but do one at a time. I know. Sometimes it starts working, you get greedy. Do one at a time. One at a time. And put a little bright red on there. Maybe here's one right here. Oh yeah, it's got little, I don't know if you can see them, it's got little red flowers on the tip. Sneaky. There. We can go back over in here, and we can begin adding in just little things that come out here on the path. About like that. All right. You got your brushes warmed up yet, and you ready? You can do this. You can do this. I know you can. I get letters every day from people all over the country that say they never believed they could paint, and they're doing it. Their friends and neighbors don't believe it when they look at their paintings, but they are doing it. There, I'm gonna put a little stick lives right there, a little old tree. Maybe this little tree died and he's naked now, just a skeleton hanging out here. And that happens in nature. There, so we can put little arms on him that are still hanging out. All right. All kinds of little doers. Maybe over in here. And these little details are what'll make your painting look a little more finished. Take your time when you're doing these and just drop them in here and there and wherever. Take a little light brown with paint thinner on it. And when you mix this, get it very thin. This should be almost ink consistency. Turn the bristles. That'll bring it to a very sharp point. There you can see it good against that dark. All right. And where it's very dark, then we make little light trees. Where it's light, we make dark trees. because they both exist in nature. So you can put little.
Just found the tool what I need to do all the nice
Just has a
effects
good
what
time.
he does.
Looks out over the water, talks to the fish. That's all there's to it. Another way of making little sticks and twigs, take your knife, just a clean knife, and you can reach up in here and just scrape right through the paint. See? And that'll make all kinds of little sticks. And let's come down here, we'll make a few more in here, wherever. You decide where they live. Sometimes these old evergreens here have old dead limbs hanging off of them. And you can do that just with a little flick of the knife. And shoot, with that, I think we about have a finished painting. It's that easy. Let's take a little bit of the paint thinner, a little bright red, and we'll sign this little rascal. Really hope you've enjoyed it. It's a very simple painting that you can do. And if you try it, I'd love to see some photographs of what you're doing. So if you have time, take a photograph, send it to us. Let us hear from you. Until then, from all of us here, I'd like to wish you happy painting, and God bless, my friend.
How do I really feel about health insurance? This is pretty frustrating.
Health insurance to me was exhausting.
And expensive. That's when I found Sidecar Health.
You choose exactly the amount of coverage that you want. You choose any doctor that you want to go to. You pay them with your Sidecar Health debit card. It's more transparent.
Debit card. Was it wicked? Trying to get a little bit of moss on the side of this. Meant to be a tree like, but I guess I ain't finished yet, but yesterday the two tiny little birds appeared and I thought it was rather good. I think that's going to be my little thing with the little bird. Like this. Let me some more grass. Another rock. What I probably need to do is work out what these other brushes do. I'm sure we've all got our own uses. But go with them there. Well, I don't know if it's as good as my first one, but hello. Wait, what? I don't know, this is. So, I suppose there we go. My first stream, my first video. Obviously, I've been very quiet. I do apologise for being very quiet, but it's the first time I've done a stream or anything. I'm gonna make the risk of doing things now. Oh no, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright. Fix it. No, oops. Yeah, so there we go. That's my first stream. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna finish it there. I'll if anyone wants to see my picture anywhere, I'm more than happy to post it somewhere. I'll see if I get any followers. But yeah, it's been nice. Thank you for watching my stream. There is my finished image. I'm a bit worried about loading my old one. You know what the hell? If I lose it, I'm doing it a third time anyway. This is my old one, obviously. Yeah, much better. Oh well, there we go. Thank you for watching. Peace! When I work out how to finish the stream, that is.